it's Tiffany and welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing an overgrown country cottage. So as usual, my cheats that I use are up on the screen and the packs that I used are also up on the screen. So for this house, what we're doing right now is we're doing the dormers for the roof, and I wanted this to stay a small house instead of just like a regular residential lot. I wanted it to be part of the tiny home residential category. So we just made fake rooms with placing the walls in a specific area instead of drawing it completely across. It just makes it to where it's not considered a room and it still stays under the 100 tile count for the small house residential lot. So we're just playing around with the roof right now and making it to be like a wraparound porch, and I'm using Snowy Escape columns and Snowy Escape stairs and fence. So I just moved the house to Brindleton Bay instead of in Willow Creek. I just thought that it would fit in better around that area. So we're just painting the house now, and I think that is Country Kitchen brick and just a base game brick as well. And now I'm using Snowy Escape columns and a base game fence to make an awning. I also go in and move the whole lot forward and then move the house back because I didn't put the awning exactly where I wanted it to be, so I just had to move it around a little bit. And then we're going to continue up finishing this awning and just try and make it look cute. And so I just drew lines all the way across it, and now we're going to use a nifty knitting door, and then we're going in and doing the floor plan and putting in the windows. And I changed that back door to just a regular sliding door instead of the one that came from Snowy Escape. And then we're going to go in and put in the doors on the inside and a couple more windows, and putting in the flooring and the wallpaper. I think a majority of the flooring and wallpaper is base game, and then we're using the Country Kitchen kit counters and sink and stove and fridge because it's my favorite right now. So I had to use it again. I'm sorry, I'm obsessed with it. But now we're going in and putting the upper cabinets on, and then we're going to decorate that little area a little bit with gonna put in a microwave, and then I'm gonna be using the red shelf to place something on top of the microwave and on top of the upper cabinets. And of course that link is going to be in the description for that shelf. And it is custom content, but I don't leave it in the build, so it doesn't come up as custom content in the build. So there I am, just placing it to where I want the height to be and then moving everything around that could possibly like make the item snap to it. So I just used mainly Country Kitchen kit items and some base game items up around there to make it look a little more lived in, because I wanted this to be like extremely cozy, and the outside is really overgrown. But I was thinking maybe like a older couple lived here, and maybe they just like lived here for quite a while and they just let it overgrow, and it just is how it is now. So we're just going in and finishing up kitchen area with a couple little decorations around and putting around the counters back in, and putting a few more things on the counter around the microwave, and then replacing that together, and then putting up the shoe rack. And then I think I used a Snowy Escape, I guess, tapestry, and then just a couple dish pots. And so I realized that the table that I used is from Laundry Day, but that's the only thing from Laundry Day in this. I also got rid of the broom and the dustpan, but I kept the tables because I did not realize or remember when I was going in and making sure that everything was just those 4 or 5 packs that I have. So but that's the only thing that would be missing from this build if you don't have Laundry Day. So now we're doing the dining room and I believe that that table is from Snowy Escape, and those chairs are just base game. This living room furniture set is from Tiny Living, both the couch, the armchairs, and the two tables right there. And then we're just putting in a TV, and I think the TV stand that I used is from Snowy Escape. That rug is from Base Game, and that side table is from Tiny Living, and the lamp is from Tiny Living. And the curtains are just Base Game curtains. And I don't actually keep those blinds. So now we're just putting in some nifty knitting flower pots. I really like those flower arrangements. They're so beautiful. And then a little flower pot right there, and some artwork from Snowy Escape. And then we just used the red shelves to get that little music player where the table is under like the lamp. I don't know, they had that to where there's absolutely no slot placement on it, so I just have to use the red shelf to get it to where I want it to be. But now we're going into the bedroom, and all of the bedroom furniture is from Snowy Escape except for I think the little chair that I put next to the, that thing is from Nifty Knitting, I believe. And just some base game stuff with curtains, and decorations are mainly base game. And going to put that red shelf back there. It came in so handy for this build. I believe that little side table arrangement with the candles are from, I think, Tiny Living. I'm not positive, but I believe it's Tiny Living. And then I just put those little knitted things up on the wall from Nifty Knitting. And now we're going into the bathroom, which is just the base game toilet, the country kitchen, sink, and I think that's a Snowy Escape shower. So with this, I wanted to keep, of course, the 100 tile count. So I faked a room, just like placing those walls down how I did. And I also put the roof on from the part of the house that's already at that level, and then just slid up the fake room to meet the roof, and then slid it back down, and it made it work properly. The only problem is that the inside of the room still thinks that it's the outside, since it's not a complete room. So it just looks a little weird lighting wise, but this whole room is like a craft room for knitting, and literally everything in here is Nifty Knitting except for the sink and the cabinet above the sink. I used those from Country Kitchen Kit, and I just made it to look like it was really cute right there. So I'm just putting decorations up on this little case area, and then I wanted to use the Nifty Knitting mailbox because it's so adorable and I haven't used it in forever. So now we're just putting in some plants around, and then going to put in a laptop and a chair, and so that they can work on the laptop and sell their items that they create, and then just putting a little more decorations in it to make it look a little more lived in and filled out. And I think the tapestry I put right there was from Snowy Escape. It's just a base game mirror and a Nifty Knitting rug. That rug is actually, I think, in the debug menu. It might be, possibly, but it's just a free rug, so it doesn't cost absolutely any money at all. And just doing the driveway, and I put in a little bit of decoration like around the house with landscaping, but I didn't show every part of this because it took me forever to get it very overgrown and to the right amount of stuff without it looking too weird. So you can just see a little bit of what I'm doing here and there. And then also going to be using a fence from Daniibugg. It might be a base game, but it might not be base game. It's either base game or Snowy Escape, but it's base game. So we just put it around the backyard to sort of fence it off. even though it's not like an actual fence, but I didn't like the fences that we had in the game, so I didn't use it, and now we're just putting in some fountains and actually creating a fountain. So I just put some flowers and some rocks around it to make it look more like it's supposed to be there instead of just placed there. And here I am just putting in the little flowers, and I just like went through a bunch of stuff to try to figure out what exactly I wanted it to look like, and then I went and made it a little more smoother instead of it being all pointy. So I'm just moving the lily pads around and then putting in some rocks, and then I put in a pull ladder, but I'm not sure if they can actually use the pull ladder to get into it. I didn't remember to check it. And then we're doing the patio, and that's basically all that we do. We just furnish up the patio and put in a couple more little activities for your Sims to do, and that's basically it. So for the rest of this, let's talk about the new pack. Oh my god, I'm so excited for it. So for me, it comes out tomorrow, Tuesday, but for y'all it's out today, and I will be doing a pack overview of it, and I'll be putting that out Wednesday, so tomorrow for y'all, and I'm really excited to do it. So make sure that you're subscribed so you can get the notification for tomorrow, so that you can see the pack overview to see if it's something that you want to buy. And that's basically it. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll have an awesome day. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to be notified every time I post a new video. So I guess that's it. Bye.